Quite a few years ago, actually over the course of probably 2 or 3 decades, I've been getting dreams about things. And the funny thing is, people used to laugh at me and they used to say, oh, that's ridiculous. That'll never come to pass. And then now, decades later, I'm hearing lots of people prophesying about these things. So I just thought I'd put some thoughts out, and you guys can chew on it and decide for yourself. Do you believe it or not? Do you think I'm right, or do I have something off? I don't know. In 2012, I had a dream, and actually I've had a lot of dreams going back as far as about 2012 that I lean on now and watch for. And one dream was that we were going down a really dry, sandy, rocky dirt road. And the path was not clear, and it was actually a very lonely, dry road that nobody else was on. And as I was driving down the road, there was one other car in front of me. And it wasn't until all of a sudden there was like a cliff or a precipice that appeared out of nowhere. And the car in front of me, I thought, oh my God, the guy's going to go over the cliff. But instead of going over the cliff, he got caught up. And it was almost like a vacuum cleaner. And he got sucked up in the air. And I said to myself, I guess I'm next. So I always interpreted that dream to mean, this road of searching for God and looking for God is kind of like a lonely walk, and it has been a very dry walk for me. And the car I was in was a carriage car, so I knew it was an elementary walk that I was in. I hadn't really experienced much of anything. And the car in front of me, the guy was a little bit of a newer car, but he still was driving an old car too. So we've been in a spiritual walk that's been dry. It's been a lonely walk, and we've known that things are coming, but we're not quite where we want to be yet. And all of a sudden, life as we know it is going to end. And leaning on the natural systems, which are all rooted in evil because powers and principalities occupy those places, God's going to tear them down. And when God tears these high places, these high positions down, he's going to take his people, and we're going to rise up and occupy. There's a scripture that talks about how if a house is swept clean and rid of evil spirits, if it is not quickly occupied, the evil spirit goes out in dry places, finds other spirits to come back and occupy that house. So God is going to take people who have been living in the dust, and he's going to put those people in those high places. I think because the evil-rooted natural systems are coming down, I believe that we're going to see a shift into a spiritual age and a kingdom age. And this is all going to be taking place probably when the enemy sends the Antichrist to rule the natural system. So people are going to be forced to have a mark in order to buy or sell. Those people will probably remain in this oppressive natural system that's come down. And it'll be a very hard time for them. But for God's people will rise up and be occupying and be in the spiritual age. Anyway, gotta let you go. I'll have more to say later.